This tutorial will explain how to use GOFAR to develop and assign tests using the item bank that's available in the system. The user will need to log in to their student information system and to the SLDS and then click on the GOFAR link seen in the top right hand corner. Once you log in, you will see the GOFAR homepage. In order to create an assessment, you just begin filtering right within the item bank. You can choose a grade level and then a subject area. You can continue to choose domains, standard, depth of knowledge. You can even choose whether you want constructed response or selected response items. And then click search. Here you can preview your items. You can find more information about the item, the grade, the standard, etc. And then once you find your items, you just click on them to add. And you'll see as you add them, they'll show up as items in the cart. There are several ways to create the test. One is just to add a test to with selected filters, and that will create a test for all fourth grade math because this is the filters. The second is to add, as I have shown, and then click on cart, and then click create a new test with the cart. So I'm going to do it this way because that way I get to choose which items that I want in my assessment. Now I need to name the test. You can allow the students to skip items. Here it shows the numbers of questions, which of course the number of questions that you just chose. And then click save. Now once you come into the save area, you will see the title. Once again, your student navigation, the maximum amount of time, which by default is 120 minutes. You can allow your students to have more than one attempt, or they can just have one attempt, and then they'll be kept from taking a test again. You can see your test attributes and your score range definitions, which will show a description when the students get the scores, and you can edit them right here. I'm going to go back to the test detail, and I know that I currently like the test, and I'm going to push it to administration so that I can actually administer this test to my students. You can always save it and edit it later, but right now I'm going to push to test administration. That puts it into the administration area. Students won't be able to take the test, yet you'll still have to change your administration settings. So I'm going to click that and click OK. Now I need to administer the test to the students. So I close this out, go to test administration and test assignment. Here you'll see the test that we just created right here, and I want to assign this test. So I click assign. Now I need a form name, and I'll call this form 1 math, and then describe it, grade 4 pre-test. And then I can open up the window in which students have access to the test and say I want to test next week. So I'll start on the 10th to the 14th. I don't want students to get in there on Saturday or Sunday. The student passcode, you need to record that because here your students will be able to enter the code when they go and take the test. So here is where you go and make sure that you have this so that only those students in the class can take the test at the time that you give it to them. The scoring passcode is so that you can share that with someone else, and that way they can score the test. So it doesn't just have to be the person that created it. So you can record these. You can always go back and get those, but I would suggest writing them down. So now it's time to assign the test to my classes. I should see my classes here, and I'm going to click on each class that I want to assign it to. And then click Add. And click Save and Publish to Students. Now my students have received this assignment and they can go in and take the test.